Women's Day to all of you, not just today, but every day of the year. So, first question for you to think. What advice would you give to your younger self? Okay, think about it. If you had a chance to talk to your younger self, what advice would you give? Just for you to think. And after we finish this session, I'm going to ask you this question again. So today we're not really here to talk about women discrimination or women's liberation or inequalities that are around fighting for women's equality. We're not talking about those things. We know that they do exist. They are there, they're present in our society. And there's lots that's happening around us. We can't be blind to these things. But how do we stop people from doing that? How do we stop people? The only thing that we can do is to build ourselves up. Today we're going to talk about empowerment. Okay? How can you build on yourself to achieve your dreams? So first of all, dream and then achieve those dreams. So first of all, what is empowerment? Okay? It's the process of increasing one's capacity to make choices. Increase your capacity to make those choices, and then you're going to transform those choices into actions and outcomes. So you're not just going to dream and that's it. You need to set those dreams alive. Okay? Help them to grow, achieve. That's what empowerment is all about. So you're not just going to dream, you're going to make your dreams a reality. Right? And in the process, this is something which you might be aware of. Change your I cannot statements to I can. That's the power of positive thinking. And I'll be talking a lot about positivity in this session. Positive psychology is a young branch of psychology which is growing, and it's found to have got many people's hearts, and people are actually implementing this. So if you want to make your dreams a reality, you need to have your dreams. First of all, dream. Convert that dream into a goal. Plan how you're going to take action. Take that action, and then it's going to turn into a reality. Seems like a long, tedious process, right? But once you get into it and you know exactly what you want, and you plan as to how you're going to take action, then you find it turn into reality. A dream written down with a date becomes a goal. A goal broken down into steps becomes a plan. A plan backed by action makes your dream come true. So well put. It was really striking, and I had to just put it down there. So getting on to the dream part of it, yes, we need to dream big, but do we start big too? You can start small. If you can't start big, you don't need to. There are no rules to it. You set the rules because it's your life, right? So you start small, just like a little plant. Okay, it starts growing, and then it just grows and it becomes something so huge and achieves probably the height that it never even thought of reaching, right? So you can achieve your dreams and beyond. And if you look at this picture here, what can you notice with this woman in the picture? She has won the race. She's cut through the ribbon. How many of us run through a race and stop at the finishing line? None of us. We're too elated to have achieved what we wanted to, and we just cut through it and we go beyond it, right? That's what I'm talking about when I say achieve your dreams and beyond. When you're running a race, you should avoid looking at the other people moving towards the line. What you need to focus is the finishing line and beyond. Only then you'll be able to reach there, because you get too distracted looking at who's competing. So try and build up yourself towards your goal. Okay? So putting yourself first. A lot of women whom I have come across, and myself too, sometimes feel that we don't put ourselves first. We're always that sacrificing person saying, oh no, my family first. Oh no, I can do this later for myself, but my family first. Spouse, children, and in-laws, outlaws, or whoever we say. We always put everyone else first. And when we do that, it's not a bad thing to do that. We're doing it for people. But we need to make sure that we are okay in order to take care of someone else. All caregivers need to remember that. If you do not have the required physical health or the mental health or that self-esteem within you, you're not able to help people out there. So you need to put yourself first. We all travel by flight, right? When we travel to our home countries, to UAE and back. And what do they tell us in the instructions at the beginning of the flight? If there's a fall in the cabin pressure, the oxygen mask will fall down. Please hold it over your head and breathe normally. I mean, we've heard it a million times maybe every time you just keep listening, and they have it in different languages. And what do they say after that? Put on your oxygen mask and then help other people, right? So that's what we need to do. Put yourself first, not just with the oxygen mask, even in life. We're not saying be selfish in that sense, but we're talking about putting yourself first so that you're able to go ahead and help the other people in your life who are important to you. Okay, so let's move on. Like I said, health, right? So we all know health is wealth. Yes? Without health, you don't get the money, right? You don't get food on the table. So you need to have good health. So very important is you need to have a health checkup. Whenever possible, once a year. Okay? Sometimes we have these free health checkups. The UAE government is so kind that they have these free health checkups like breast cancer awareness, etc. But how many women actually go there and make use of these opportunities? I mean, it's a free checkup. Okay? So it's good for you to do a health checkup, and you need to take care of your physical health together with your mental health. You also need to take care of your physical health. Physical health would mean, like for women, especially they say after 40, many gynecologists would suggest that at least once in 2 years you need to do a mammogram. Every year do a pap smear test. Okay, so these can guide you, to prevent cancer, breast cancer or cervical cancer. So it's always good for you to know what's happening to your body. Normally women, they say, the ones who are victims of breast cancer, they would say, I felt a lump somewhere, but that's not important. What's important, my son has got his 10th standard exams tomorrow, so that's more important. And then when he's done with his exams, maybe, the older one is getting into college now, so I'm busy with that. And then we keep postponing and putting ourselves last. So this is where we need to put ourselves first. We need to take care of our health, physical health. And also girls who are just growing up, getting into, we might have children, young girls who are that age, who are growing up, they also need to be aware of their physical hygiene. If they have body odor, they need to combat that. Even dental hygiene, visit to the dentist. So it's always good to keep in mind, physical health just doesn't mean that you go to the doctor, you visit, you do your checkup. You also need to check all the other parts of your body. Together with that, mental health, it's dependent on each other. Mental health, if you're not feeling okay, if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling too clouded with a lot of things happening at the same time, or you're feeling very low, what happens to your physical health? That drops down too. Also, with age, we hear a lot about dementia, Alzheimer's that are coming up, right? We hear about it, that when you reach a particular age. So it's also very important for you to keep your brain cells active. Keep doing something. Keep, do Sudoku or crossword puzzles or anything like that. Keep yourself occupied. Anything to get your brain all working. And then you'll be putting yourself first, because you're making sure that you last long, right? You don't want to be dependent on someone else later on. We are the women. We take care of other people. So we feel backward for anyone else to come up and take care of us. So let's take care of ourselves. Let's take care of our physical and mental health. And together with both of these comes in a healthy lifestyle.